Yo, how you doing? How you doing? It's your boy back again. One more time on this app, this device, trying to use it to benefit the people it needs to benefit. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say, dear targeted individuals, dear empowered individuals, whatever you want to call it, starseed, indigo child, don't deny the power thereof. Like what I'm noticing in my targeting, I noticed that it's bigger than just the living aspect of it. It's about you bearing witness to the power that you actually have inside yourself. Like I've been put in so many compromising positions with people that had no business being around me, and I ain't have no business being around them and doing things with them that I ain't had no business doing. You know what I'm saying? And like you could almost tell, you could detect a lie, you could detect inconsistencies, and you could detect evil intent. So like that detection, that feeling that you get where it's telling you, hey, they lying to you. Hey, you don't really need to be around here. Hey, it's time to go. Hey, this person is an agent. That's the power. That's the power within you. And so many times I denied the power, going against my better judgment, knowing that people they they done showed me what they about. They showed me, they told me what they about, and you still give it a benefit of the doubt, trying to be optimistic about things. But I've learned you just gotta take stuff for what it really is. Like knowing that so-called homies and homegirls ain't mean me no good. We wasn't friends for real. Ain't really no such thing as friends in this program. And now, in the position that I'm telling you this from, I'm at a lower state. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I noticed is they couldn't really fully initiate the program on me until I had exhausted my resources and be put in a binding position. So I was dealing with a agent girl. You know what I'm saying? And you know how it is when you dating. You don't never. It ain't really nobody around or that seem interested in you until you already in a relationship. So that on top of that on top of that, it's like once you once you got into a relationship, that's one thing. But my situation specifically, they had to work extra hard to keep me off balance where I couldn't really get my bearings about myself. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I I I would get kicked out of my people's house, and then I'd be out homeless, or to be something that like kind of drive me away, which I didn't know it was all organized mobbing and shit. So, like I panicked. So I tried to make a move without actually getting myself together. And, I had shot a move, came and got to where I was going. I had a job. My boss told me to come back. You need to get your money right before you do something. So it was that on that. So I came back and I just ended up moving back to my my godmom's house. Well, my my I don't know what to call it, my babysitter house. So the first time I was there, I was jobless and I didn't have nothing. And her husband was still there, and what I'm saying, it was like, the bills was getting paid. But this time when I came back, like I came back sometime after the vid dropped, the vid dash 1.9, you know what I'm saying? Um, so I came back and the bills were so far behind and stuff, you know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining because, it was a place for me to stay. But it's like, damn, I couldn't catch a break. Like, I was put in that compromising position. Some people they be like, "Oh, you should be thankful that you had a place to go." But to be honest, it was all a part of the plan to keep me off balance. And I know people would be like, "Well, what makes you feel like you was that special?" I mean, if everybody trying to, if people are following me from city to city, and I'm getting street theater everywhere I go, and constant backstabs everywhere I go, why wouldn't I be that special? If I'm not, why are you doing it? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was that on that, and then I got with that girl, and it was just like, I talked to her the other day, and she was trying to bash all the other girls that I was dealing with, but to be honest, like, you was the same way. She said they didn't really have no, it wasn't no substance, no purpose. I mean, and they was some hoes. I'm like, what made them hoes? They was like, they was just fucking you. And I was like, well, to be honest, we did the same thing the first day we met. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was kind of worse in the McDonald's parking lot, my guy. Like, you get what I'm saying though? Like, that's hypocritical. So like, and after that, like once we started really hanging more, and not to mention, I was begged to get into a relationship, and I told them that I wasn't really ready for no relationship because I told them everything that I had going on. This is before, like, I knew about gang stalking, but I didn't know what really, how deep it goes, and that it's an actual program that everybody's involved in. I didn't know that. I thought it was just certain groups of people, but no, it's fucking everybody type shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, so yeah, and like that shit got blew up under the rug type shit. So every time I bring it up, it's like it'll just be silence whenever I say something. Like, yeah, I'm listening type shit, but I don't really care. And then like I started going around her family, and her family started fucking perping me out, like saying shit that relates to me and shit. And I ain't really say nothing to the girl while we was there, but that's why I really never really want to stay around and stuff like that. Like, it just really, everything really felt fake and staged. And what do you know? It was. It really was. And there ain't no telling who. I didn't really know who this person really was, bro. And nothing, let alone who this family, like, who are these people in the first place? Like, who are you really? Like, we could be cousins for all I know. Cause you know what I mean? Like, it's so much that goes into this stuff. Like, I didn't I didn't listen to my better judgment. I was in a decent position where I could at least save a little money. But I ain't gonna lie, like Shotty helped me out a little bit with some money and whatnot. But you know, when you take money from somebody, it's almost like you in a binding contract. They feel like they own you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's like I once I started doing a little bit better for myself, and then like wait, let me go back. I was still staying at the place. So me and Shawty, we was still hanging out, and we'll be doing whatever for months at a time. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be back and forth between there, hanging out with the girl, and then working. So like all my extra time, I was giving it to her. Like, and she would always be trying to press me to spend money and shit, and be mad when I don't want to spend money. So like I'm paying money where I live at, that a place that I'm barely at, on top of like my daily expenses with trying to eat and stuff like that and take care of my car that I had. Then on top of that, like she wanna always go out and spend money and drink and shit. Okay. But at the time, like I didn't start back smoking weed for a minute, and then I had started back smoking weed. So like the weed, it just started it just started to, I don't know, it clouded my judgment, and it made me see the persecution even more. But you know, I would smoke and listen to music to ease my mind and watch videos, enlightening videos before I actually found the whole TI community. I was still surface scratching, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, that on that. So I was really basically being juggled in between situations to keep me off balance from me actually achieving my goals. And I don't know if any of you are like feeling like you're in between a rock and a hard place. Like I'm already homeless now. I end up getting an apartment, but you know I did some shit that I wasn't supposed to. I let the anger get the best of me, and I put my hands on Shotty. So I end up having to turn myself in, and like that really messed up my cash flow. It really didn't. When I got out, I got out making the same kind of money that I was making. But you know, it ain't really about the money for us. But you know, it's the jealousy in them that don't like seeing you do that. And you know, it ain't no telling who've made pacts and oaths against your life. You know, some people they don't made pacts and oaths against your life, saying that they gonna destroy you. And in return, they get to live your life. And there's people that's probably trying to do do fraud under your name. They want to live your life. They literally want to be you. They want your identity theft. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that it could be a lot of reasons why you being targeted. I'm outside and they got this artificial storm brewing. It was just sunny. It's almost like they knew that I wanted to get on live and I ain't really had nowhere else to go but outside. You know what I'm saying? So I'm outside with it. But you know, like all of these situations that we be put in as TIs, you gotta you gotta find the most non-conflicting way and take the path least traveled, you know, the path of least resistance. Well, sometimes, most of the time, we gonna have to have the most resistance, but you know, try to make it easy on yourself because we got enough going against each other, against us as it is already. And like with me being in that situation, trying to juggle all that stuff, like buying hotels, paying car notes, and operating a business on top of paying rent at some places I'm barely at, like, and then the house still got sold. So I was really fucking depressed. And Shotty that I was with, it almost like seemed like she didn't even give a fuck. Like she didn't hear, she wasn't hearing nothing that I was saying. She wasn't hearing nothing that I was saying. Like all she was seeing is that, oh, you ain't got no bills. Oh, you you a bitch. You ain't doing this. You don't never want to do nothing. I mean, tell me one person that's comfortable with going and parlaying without having their own affairs in order. Like, nigga, I'm getting evicted. I have no place to go. You have your family, which you already you stand with them. So, you know what I'm saying? You got a place to go. I don't have no place to go. Like, so eventually I'm back on the streets, sleeping in cars, going from hotel to hotel again, type shit. And then I got the apartment. I was thugging it. And motherfuckers just like started painting me out to be some shit, some whole other shit. Yeah, I was fucking bitches. I'm sorry. I did that. Them honey pots, I fucked a couple of them. I did. And that was a bad decision on my part. That's because I didn't know what the fuck a honey pot was. If I knew that shit, on top of that, I shouldn't even been fucking around anyway. But if I really, really knew what the fuck this program was, I would not have done that shit. But yeah, like I mean, they it's just that they try to keep us in compromising positions in between a rock and a hard place, hopping on one foot with your finger touching your nose. You know what I'm saying? While you trying to handle and sort everything out. So I end up getting an apartment. I was only there for like a month before I got locked up, and now I'm out on bond waiting for a fucking court date. And you know, it's like I seen all my enemies. I ain't gonna even call them enemies. I seen everybody who I thought I could trust turn against me, misleading me and going against me. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. That's some crazy shit to see. It's like I seen the program come alive, bro. I seen this shit turn on and just I seen it. And you know, I can't unsee that shit. And people want you to sit there and fake with them and pitter patter and act like you no, bro. I seen this shit. I seen it. And I know that it's like the most high, he done showed me every situation that they were gonna try to do. Like I know my bro, he not locked up. He's somewhere else. And this girl that all of a sudden, like, you know, her family got to come up since I got destroyed. My family, they've inherited my business, all kinds of shit. They've inherited, like, everybody is doing good except for me. I mean, I'm not hating because I'm the one that insisted that you do it, but I didn't know the reason why you ain't doing it is because you gotta do some slimy shit to get it. It's stipulations once you sign up with this program or you in certain occults and shit like that. So it's like I denied the power thereof a lot. And if anybody stumbles across this video, this message, I don't want you to deny the power thereof. When you get that feeling that somebody is out to get you, to do you wrong, believe that shit. When somebody say some slick shit to you, believe what they said. Believe that shit. Because, you know, as a true empath, you know, once we get, it's almost like tension of water in a glass. Like I'm pretty sure most targeted individuals, they've had excuse me, an adverse background where they've been put in certain situations. They've been dealt with a lot of betrayal and shit like that. So like it's almost like tension on the water bubble on top of a glass. You know what I'm saying? Like it can only take so many more drops before something happens. And you know, especially like especially when you've told somebody what you're going through and they sit there and downplay what the fuck you done told them. If they downplaying what you telling them about this program and try to play it off, believe that they're an agent. Believe that shit because it's not something. It's either you believe it or you don't. Ain't no in between. It's like you either rocking with me or you ain't. And you know, they created the illusion that they was rocking with me by lending money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I couldn't read in between the lines because the heart, a gift spoils the heart. So like I got an audience, y'all. Whole bunch of perps just walked up. I don't give a fuck. Um, so like when they give you a gift, it's almost like to justify, and all of this stuff is like plausible deniability. So and it's a zero accountability program. So whatever they've done to you, it's gonna get downplayed, and they only gonna come to you uh, about what you've done, and that's the only thing they're gonna highlight. You know what I'm saying? They only highlight certain things, and they only worry about certain things. So once you once you get to a point where you see for yourself, or this shit start coming alive to you, or you see that this stuff is just starting to starting to break you down, or starting to pull you out of your natural energy or your natural state of mind. Don't deny the power. You know what I mean? Just get up out of there, cause like this shit put me in a whole ass hole. I got so many chains on me from people trying to destroy me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, it's people that I don't even know that's like all out trying to destroy me. On top of the few people that I do know. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, just stay encouraged and pay attention and listen to your inner self. As an empath, I know you want to help people, and you want to believe that there are good people in the world, but I'm starting to believe that there ain't nobody that's good. Actually, in the Bible, it says there's nobody good but the Most High. So, like, the only thing I could say is that if you find a true Ti that's not some person on here playing like they targeted, because I believe that the perps get targeted too. So you gotta be careful. You just gotta be careful. So I don't want to make this live too long because I know people got short attention spans. My last two lives been like 2 hours long type stuff, and you know, yeah, it was just a little letter of encouragement. mm, You know, me pouring my experiences back into you for the one that actually catches it, or for somebody whoever needs it.